The product development team had some of the most intelligent people in the company, and it was underperforming due to low collaboration. Speeches about collaboration fell flat, as the conflict only seemed to increase, while the team started to miss some milestones. What can a team leader do? This video gives you 5 proven leadership strategies to fix the low collaboration team. The first proven leadership strategy is to start with why. Engage the team in discussing why you're underperforming on the key milestones. Smart leadership training will tell you, all improvement starts with a why, a reason to change. Unless the team embraces the why change, you won't get much traction with them. And without traction or motivation to change, they will only resist any ideas you bring forward. Start with why. The second leadership strategy is to ask the team to identify high-performing teams they were a part of. Create a vision of what performance would look and feel like. The reason why this is an effective leadership strategy is twofold. First, it brings back to mind what they already know about high-performing teams to create a vision for this team. And second, it shifts their mood to a positive, productive emotion. Some will recognize this leadership skill as beginning with the end in mind. If your team can get an image in their mind of a high collaboration team that overperforms and has more fun, you've almost won the battle. Getting the team to see what good would look like is much more effective than many other team-building strategies. The clearer the image of high performance and the more they like how that image feels, the more likely they will be to move towards it. That brings us to the third leadership strategy for fixing a low collaboration team, and that's creating a plan based on adjusting strengths and addressing key gaps. The easiest change is to adjust to strength. Recognize your team's strengths, and as part of your next step actions, identify how you will adjust your strengths to move towards the vision. Also, identify how you will address key gaps that are holding you back. I like to phrase it as a gap because you don't want to create defensiveness through accusation, and you do want to identify issues that, if addressed, would improve team performance. The resulting action plan will be a good start to create momentum towards higher performance, but it won't be enough. That's why you'll also need leadership strategy number 4, which is to address where lines of communication are limited. You can fix anything on a team if you can discuss gaps and identify actions to address them. If a gap becomes undiscussable, you can't address it. That's why you must focus on how to open up discussion on the sacred cows, be they about roles, who does what, unwritten rules, sources of competition that work against collaboration, or any other gap. Focus on discussability, or how to open up communication on all issues. With a product development team, engineers dominated team conversations and decision-making. The gap was that this diminished decision quality and lowered motivation. Other team members didn't feel heard, and it hurt productivity. The gap was framed as ensuring all input is heard before decision-making. It was uncomfortable, but once acknowledged, the team could work on it. With some success, other uncomfortable issues were brought up and dealt with. That's why leadership strategy number 4, open up lines of communication or make issues discussable. Because once you do, everything else can be solved. That brings us to the 5th leadership strategy for fixing a low collaboration team, and that's follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. You will improve as a team to the extent that you follow up on previous conversations. Without follow-up, old problems will persist and perhaps get worse. Take good team meeting notes and ensure that open items make their way back to team meeting agendas to ensure effective follow-up. In summary, there are 5 leadership strategies that are proven to fix a low collaboration team. 1. Start with the why. All improvement journeys start with why. 2. Get an image of what good would look like. Use examples of past teams that performed well to get the ball rolling. 3. You need an action plan, preferably one that emphasizes the adjustment of a strength. Adjusting a strength is the easiest way to change. Also, make sure you address gaps. 4. Directly address anything that limits, discuss ability, or constrains lines of communication. When a gap is discussable, you can improve it. And 5th, the fortune is in the follow-up. Nothing will improve unless you have an effective follow-up to previous discussions and action planning. Thanks for joining us at the Change Capability Institute today. Subscribe to see more content like this.